Speech impediment, everybody. Travis, are you the dude that was hiking through the Appalachians last week and you're still doing it?
Yeah, I'm going south. I'm at the end of Jersey today. I'll be crossing the Delaware into Pennsylvania later today.
When you get to Mississippi, make sure you wrap that rascal because they've got an STD breakout lately. I don't know if you know that.
I don't think I'll be in Mississippi.
Okay. Well,
how many miles has he done?
No.
Hey, how many miles have you walked, Forrest Gump?
Let me see here. 890.
God almighty. Wow. And how long have you been doing it?
Since June 21st. Since I last talked to you, I did like 100.
You've walked 100 miles in the past week?
Yeah.
So are you mad at something? Did somebody die? Are you having a moment in midlife? Was there something that inspired this walkathon across the world, across the country?
There's a lot of things. Definitely that I've always been fascinated with the Appalachians, and I've never been to these 14 states.
Okay.
And I've always really loved the fall. And so if you're going south and you like the fall, it's the best way to enjoy it. It's finally starting to fall here. I quit my job to do this, turned 28 back in August, and just figured like it was a new chapter of my life, so might as well.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, going home to a place he's never been before.
Wow.
Name that song, Travis. Rocky Mountain High, John Denver. Get it straight, Travis. Keep walking. Keep studying. You'll be better. Get better, Travis. 800-800-7234, 800-800-RADIO.
Perfect song for the time, John. Nice performance.
Thanks.
Very nice. Yeah. So, staying here in Palmerton. Only an 11 or 12 mile day, but I mean, I gotta charge my shit so I can get it back on trail. So we're staying here tonight. $35, not bad. You know, a bed and a shower, can't complain. Good AC, no roommates, and TV. Oh, and new shoes. Oh, thank God. Almost at 1,100 miles. Getting really close. So, halfway done soon. 3 more months. Here we go.
Forrest.com, load it up. We will send you an offer letter. Travis, real quick, Forrest Gump is on the phone with us. He's been walking the Appalachian Trail, Adam, for 2 months now. Is that right?
Yes, it's June 21st. My trail name is Sir Minus.
Okay. And he calls in the radio show every Saturday, and he's walking across the country.
Nice.
Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get any tail this week? Did you get drunk? Do you have any stories from the road?
Right now, I'm hiking here with Bourbon. He took me into Cracker Barrel yesterday, found me on the trail, and he's hiking with me for a couple days now. And I did get him drunk. I had bourbon. Yeah.
Oh, good. But have you not had the Forrest Gump effect where more people have joined? Are you walking for a reason?
No reason except to just the hike of the Appalachian Trail is like a great challenge, and it's only so many people can try it per year, and only so many people are successful. So it's something cool to get out here and do.
I would suggest attempting the Donner Pass in December. That's a challenge. You want a challenge? You wait till January, and then you try to do the Donner Pass.
Bring bourbon with you.
Bring bourbon. Bring a St. Bernard. Bring a St. Bernard with one of those barrels filled with bourbon on its neck.
Hey, Travis, how many miles is it?
How many miles is the Appalachian?
Yeah, how long is your journey?
2,200. I'm almost halfway there in like about a week or so.
But that's the entire country. That's not the Appalachian Trail, is it?
No, the Appalachian Trail itself is 2,200 miles.
Oh, okay, because I've known guys who've walked maybe, I guess, a section of it, and they said, I hiked the Appalachian Trail, but they don't mean the entire 2,200. I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, 14 states. I'm in Pennsylvania right now, and the nickname for Pennsylvania is Rocksylvania, and I've done the most of the worst part, but it is rough. I had to get a new pair of shoes just to do this state.
Just ask that. That was my next question about the shoes. So what's the beginning point and what's the end?
So most people go north, and they start at Springer Mountain in Georgia, and then they end at Mount Katahdin in Maine. But I'm going south because I want to do it the hard way, and I also wanted to enjoy the fall.
You know what else is 2,200 miles? My car's in Reno from here. That's the same distance. So maybe you could push one if you want the ultimate challenge.
All right, well, we're sitting here. We've got to go to break. We'll be back after this musical interlude. My name is John Clay, Wolf Buy Cars, the radio for America's Best Car Buyer. GiveMeTheVin.com. And Travis, keep calling in and catching up with us. This is an interesting thing. I really think that you should have more people join. Do you have a Facebook page that is, or Instagram that's following this?
Yeah, you've got my Instagram on y'all's Facebook page right now. Local Dairy _Inspector.
I think in order for you to get more followers, you should change that headline name, something Appalachian Trail Walker, something that we can all remember.
Yeah.
And we can start movement to. Thank you. My name is John Clay. We'll be right back.
This is the John Clay Wolf Show. John Clay Wolf Show. Check out the GMTV Garage YouTube channel, complete with live video stream at jcwshow.com.
And to talk about when we just get a random message or email. In this case, this email came in and I was like, man, not only is this guy doing something really cool right now, but I thought, we're so close to October. The weather's getting cooler, man.
It is.
I can't believe that wasn't the first thing you said.
Dude, this morning, it's so funny you're saying this. Literally this morning, I pulled out of our road, and it was the first morning that I did my whole, hey girls, it's looking a little because it had like the fog. Yeah, it's coming, bro.
It's perfect, dude. I love it. And so, anyhow, this email came in perfect timing, okay? And it's from a listener named Travis. I'm going to leave his last name off.
Travis Walton.
And here's what he wrote. He said, hey, Tyler and Woody, y'all are some radical dudes, and I am too. I'm out here on the Appalachian Trail doing a through hike south this year. Currently in Pennsylvania as I write this.
Wow.
I love hearing your episodes related to Appalachian horror, cryptids, and mystery. Would love to hear more episodes on the related topic or other states on the AT you haven't covered. Definitely saving the recent Georgia episode till I get down there to it.
Dude, Travis, you are rad. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Also, you sandbagging son of a gun, because, is this going to jumpstart me into my Manly Wade Wellman /
It should.
Mignola?
I gave them to you for your birthday.
Yearly,
I think, right? Or Christmas. Well,
Christmas, yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome on so many levels. First, the fact, and any listener that doesn't know what a through hike is, perhaps, if you're living overseas,
I've heard of it.
Basically that means you're hiking through the whole Appalachian Trail, and you're going, in this case, he's coming from the north down through the south. It's, it can be very dangerous, as we'll kind of learn about in terms of what's out there. But it's a beautiful hike. I've hiked a fair amount of, the longest I did, I think, was back in high school when I did a bunch of 50-milers with my scout troop. And it's an amazing experience. For the through hikers, though, it's just next level. You have to plan so far ahead in terms of, because obviously you can't just carry everything you need that entire hike, So you have to kind of either have it shipped to certain pickup stations,
Yeah.
and get resupplied there. There's different points off of the Appalachian Trail, I think, where they have stores and stuff where you could actually buy stuff, but you don't really want to rely on that, right? Because you never know what's going to happen weather-wise or whatever. So you want to be prepared, and of course you don't want to be overly prepared and end up carrying. So it's like this fine line and balance of traveling as light weight-wise as you can, while at the same time having the things that you need.
Now, when you've hiked the trail, did you also have the additional suitcase just for shoes?
Yeah, right, dude. Oh God, that's hilarious, man.
You just have a secondary rucksack.
Yeah, and everybody's like, dude, I think your hiking boots are gonna be all right, and you're like, look, man, you never know when you're gonna need a set of Chelsea's out on the trail.
You never know. You really don't.
Anyway,
real quick, where You really don't.
Anyway.
Real quick, where does it end?
It ends in Georgia / starts in Georgia, depending on your perspective, I guess.
No,
it ends in Springer Mountain and finishes in Maine.
Oh, Maine. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
what
it depends kind of like I said, where your perspective, where it quote unquote starts and finishes. But Springer Mountain, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. I knew that.
Katahdin in Maine.
Katahdin, huh?
Katahdin, yeah. Katahdin.
I thought it was up there, but
Doesn't know, never heard of it. Got it. Anyways, so as a sort of nod to Travis and a way to sort of usher in the spooky season, or a little bit of a preview as we get closer to October when everything's going to be spooky, we are going to be talking about some of the strange creatures that people encounter on the Appalachian Trail.
dense hush of twilight, somewhere near the moss-clad slopes of Chickies Rock, there's a legend whispered through the leaves. Locals call it the Albert Witch, a 4-foot-tall, long-limbed, hairy humanoid that moves like a silent ghost through the forest canopy. And it's got a taste for apples. So, the Albert Witch are these like lithe and wood-dwelling creatures with arms that reach, listen to this, nearly down to their ankles.
And this is a Pennsylvania thing, right?
Yeah, it is. It's Chickies Rock itself is actually West Hempfield Township in Pennsylvania, and this is like right around. I'm sure Travis is either just about to get there or past it already, but he's gone through there, so we'll have to see. Hopefully he writes us again and tells us if he ran into any Albert witches.
Nice. Yeah.
Forward. It was late at night, and a dozen or so hikers were clustered around a man who was picking a guitar and singing. The guitar was old, well used and loved. The man was of no more than medium height, but solidly built, with the kind of rugged face that in about its 40th year stops aging. The voice, neither elegant nor sophisticated, had a haunting, almost eerie quality that compelled attention. The song spoke of a lonely hiker sitting at Hawk Rock, high above the Susquehanna River, watching below him the lights of Duncannon. One I hadn't actually heard of, but deep in the silent hollers of Pennsylvania's hills, they say something pale moves with unsettling speed. A creature draped in long, white fur, sometimes upright, other times slinking like a ghostly figure. Locals call it the White Thing. And some whisper it might be Pennsylvania's elusive albino cousin, a Bigfoot. So let's talk about relatively modern. So again, Travis, be on the lookout if you haven't already passed. And you know what? I also like to think, especially on this trail, so much of the environment is relatively similar. And so I think it's fair to say that although maybe they have like a unique or not unique, but a more common habitat or home, or maybe like a higher concentration of these things are found in a certain area, I think it's fair to say you might be able to see or you might encounter some of these throughout this trail.
I mean, I know that you're kind of like saying that, but like
Sounds insulting, but go ahead.
no, sort of like tongue-in-cheek a little, but
No, I'm being serious.
well, I mean, I'm totally agreeing. I kind of think that like in our modern age where if we do go outside, it's within like a very small distance from our like sort of insulated living, home. I kind of think these people that do this and like that do these kind of like trips to where they're like they're kind of like going beyond the everyday like comfort zone, and I kind of think that this really is like the best possible way that to have like the possibility of like actually seeing these things.
Well, yeah, and you're so far away from typical civilization, and you're out there potentially alone. Whew. I mean, again, man, it takes a lot of sand, in my opinion, in a good way, to go out and do that, Anyhow,
Also,
the next one we're going to talk about are called the smoke wolves. Now, they're described as being night black, wolf-like beings with glowing red eyes that pierce the darkness. Their form, though, isn't always solid. In fact, many say that they dissolve into thin wisps of smoke when threatened or disappearing into the fog, making them nearly impossible to photograph or trace. These creatures are often blamed for livestock deaths and unsettling disappearances of lost travelers as they make their way across the Appalachian Trail.
living in the state that you're from is what's more important than anything else. Don't need your street address.
So, I crossed the halfway point today. Didn't get to do the half-gallon challenge because there was no large tubs of ice cream. So I just had 1 pint instead. I'm gonna probably do the half-gallon challenge in Harper's Ferry. But it's been an amazing 1,100 miles. Flew by really fast, especially in southern Maine and the Whites, Vermont, and everything. Because I had a tramway, which I didn't expect to get as a southbounder. The Sobo life is a lonely one, but I got to make a lot of friends, and the miles really flew by. But I feel like that prepared me for the second half, where I'll get to enjoy the fall. And if I don't catch up with anyone, I don't catch up. But it's gonna be awesome. Thank you everyone who's gotten me here, and I've gotten to enjoy your company. In order of appearance, Chef, Nimbus, Sunday School, and Artemis, and Britches, and 2 meals. Geez, there's so many. But the quartet for sure. Thank you guys. It's been real. Sir Minus out.
(800) 800-7234, 800 radio. Travis, live from the Appalachian Trail. How many miles did you travel this week, Travis? Forrest Gump.
About another 100. I passed the halfway marker yesterday at 1,100 miles. I got 1,100 to go.
And you've only been through 1 pair of shoes? How many times have you had to change shoes?
So, back up in Maine, I had a pair I started with that I flew in with that I'd been using at home a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Found out after about 113 miles they were the wrong shoes to have out there. My feet had blisters, and I felt every rock and root.
Ouch.
So I got a good down at Shaw's Hiker Hostel, and they gave me a new pair of shoes. And those lasted me all the way until the start of Pennsylvania, and I got these new ones to last me the rest of the way.
Like when you needed to go to Shaw's Hiker Exposium, did you walk there or did you get an Uber?
I got they provided a shuttle service, and it was only like 15 minutes away from the trail. It is the best hostel on the entire trail, a Vortex. I spent 2 days and 3 nights there.
And when will this, so for new listeners, Travis calls in every Saturday. He's walking the Appalachian Trail from Maine to Georgia, is that right?
That's right.
And I mean, like the Forrest Gump thing, where you just start walking. Well, I don't know. I just decided to start walking and start running, and then the whole, Right. But he hasn't had the people join him yet, like we hoped.
I had Bert last week, and he was going north, and then when he met me, he decided to turn around and go south, and he and I could for a full day. But I have gotten a lot of new followers on Instagram because of you, and I do have a stay at a home in North Virginia that someone's hooked me up with because of this show already.
What is the name of your Instagram handle? Last week I asked you to change it to something easy so more people could find you.
I am going to go ahead and change it later today. I'm going to go ahead and change it to subtracting.miles. Subtracting miles.
JCW Show Walks for America.
That might work too.
Okay.
You were asking about interesting stuff. On my 28th birthday in early August, I did stay at a hostel that was ran by a cult in Rutland, Vermont.
Okay.
They're called the Yellow Deli, and they're part of like the 12 tribes.
Oh, a cult, like a cult.
Yeah, like a religious cult.
Oh, wow.
It was very crazy. They're very closed off. They have this whole property called the farm. They're like, you want to come out to the farm?
I bet they did.
And do some work? Join our cult?
Do they offer for you to breed their women?
It seems they're a package deal. They're like, you get a woman if you join. That's kind of like the appeal that they have for all the male hikers coming through.
I think I'm kidding.
You get a woman when you join? What?
No. But it's pretty crazy. I mean, I think they start like beating the kids at like age 1.
Why?
I have no idea. They're very strict. They have like a whole thing. If like someone's not in like enjoying it, then they like separate the family. It's a lot of crazy stuff. You can look online about it, like the Yellow Deli Hospital.
Yeah, well, there was a deal out here. We're in Bosque County, but one county over, there was this guy named David Koresh. Yeah, and he had a weird deal going on too.
Oh yeah. I don't know. They don't really have a leader or anything like that.
Well, can you play the guitar?
I bet they do.
Yeah, right.
Go back and be the leader.
I'm about 25 miles or so away from crossing the Mason-Dixon line today or tomorrow, and I'll be out of Yankee country.
All right. Keep calling us. Thank you. Keep